Okay, so employee. So see, we had to have the shared here. So I'm thinking we probably need to share it up here because we're using it in all these guys now. So I'm thinking we put him up here. Yes, we got him here. So, all right. So then it looks like this code has trimmed down dramatically. We have our person save and we have the close form. And okay, this is what we didn't do. So if it's save, what we're going to do is say this. All right, so this is kind of a tricky thing as well. Protected, state, and then we can say state equals this. It can't go there. Duh. Okay, we can do it here because we need that selected ECTED employee state, right? Because the minute it saves, the state goes to clean. So I need to know what the state was before, okay? And so what we want to do is actually right here is where we want to do this. So we can say if state equals new or state equals new delete, new dirty, I'm sorry. Then we can say state equals new and we're done here. Is that right? No, I don't think that that's right. That's not how I do it. Okay, so hold on. I think we're doing this a little sideways. So, trying to remember. I didn't look at that code. My brain's getting a little on the fried side. So, we do need to consolidate those. Yeah, that was right. Hold on. We want to come into here and do this. So now the state is new, or it's actually we want to do that afterwards. We'll come in and do that here. Okay. Now, so then here we're going to say we can. Oh, this should be first. This is where we're picking up all our data from the form, and we're loading it back into our object. And then we're taking new and turning new dirty back into new. And then we come down here and say, okay, save it, however it is. So if it's saved, so now I can say if state, state, and this is referring to the state before the save, equals new. Yeah. Okay, this is close enough right now. Else, it's going to be update, and then what we want to do is end if. So what we're doing here is saying if it's new, we're going to add gadget GAADGET, add gadget item to our list icon. So if he's new, we're going to do this. And we're going to say add him at the bottom. And that's going to be selected name, right? Okay. And then we'll also need to do a set gadget item data. This guy and count item data. Count gadget items. That's it, of this guy -1. And then we're going to set selected to ID. Okay, so that gets him out of the way. And then down here, so they've selected somebody on that screen. It's gone through the whole modify process, and now they've saved it back. So all we need to do is say set gadget item text. Okay. And that's going to be of our list icon employees. And we're going to need get gadget state of that guy. And we're going to say your SELECTED and your name. Okay. So, all right, so I'm hoping you have followed along because this is probably on major overload at the moment to you. So we've come in and said, okay, if our state was new before we saved, because right now it's at clean, then what we want to do is add a gadget item to our list. And we're going to add the field name at the bottom. Whoops, missed a comma. And then we're going to set the gadget item data to be his ID. That way we can modify them again if need be. So what we have here is a set gadget item text. If it's modifying, so you selected a record, hit modify, or double click the record, and we haven't put that code in, so hold on. Then you can actually modify the record. He's still selected sitting there. So what we're going to do is go get the currently selected record, get the gadget state, that's the index, and we're going to set them equal to our current name. Okay, most likely it hasn't changed, but it doesn't matter. So we've updated our list, and then we're going to call the close routine, which is going to set this to true, and then I think we bail. So, let's see what errors we have. I'm sure I've got some typos in here somewhere. Structure not found person. Well, that's interesting. You know why, right? We put it below the declare. Duh. Okay, there you go. Now you should be a little bit happier. Okay, now what do we got? Dispose class is not a function. You're right. We called it person dispose. All right. I'm sure we'll have a few more of those sorts of things. New is not being found. New is on database helper. Oh, we did not include, I didn't include database helper here. That's what I wanted to do, is X thread of execution. So this is database helper PB. Since this file is in the same folder that this guy is, we don't need to pad them in any way. Okay. If without protected this, I am missing an if here. So this would be if ID equals 0, I think. Let's see. Jump over here, opens a new database. Result is non-zero. So if it equals 0, then we have our error. Okay. And then DB ID. We didn't put him in here. DB ID. Okay. And query result. Oh, I must have deleted result. Yep. Well, so far so good. Haven't found anything disastrous yet. A knit. Yep, there's another one of these that we missed the person. Person, a knit. And that means we're down to find. We defined him without the $sign, didn't we? So I missed one of those. Actually, I missed two. And we can do that. So boy, we're all the way down at validate. Okay, DBID was not defined. Yep. Whoops. DBID. Okay. SQL. Oh, you're kidding. I didn't. Oh, I sure didn't. Look at that. SQL. You know, the compiler's got to know what I'm doing. He should know. I just missed it to go ahead and fix it. DB type. Oh, yeah, that doesn't exist here. That's copied in code problems. We may have two of those. No, it looks like I fixed one and left the other. Oh my goodness gracious, not bad. For how many lines of code did we just put into this system? More than I care to count. Okay, so let's do a create and let's say Pete. And I'm going to be 25. What did we get? The database is not initialized. DBID. Why would you be get last ID? Oh, you're right. This is going to need, that's what the problem was. DBID not there. So we pass the DBID and the table. That's what that was. Okay. But that was get last. Let's see. Database query. Yes, we need to fix this one. So that's DBID. Come on, Pete. And then this guy is going to be DBID. And database row is going to be DBID. Okay. So, all right. And hey, we got a Pete in there. And let's add a VIKTOR. Oops, I didn't do that right. VIKTOR. This is a nicety to add. So there's Victor being added in. Now, when you do a form like that, we're on our employee form, right? So when we display the form, where did we do that? Do I even? Yeah, it should be display. No, this is the database. Set screen. Here we go. All right. So when you're in here, what you can do is say set gadget, set active gadget. I believe is it. Yes, set active gadget. And then what you can do is say, when this form comes up, put your cursor on that guy, will you? So now when we come in here, watch what's going to happen. So these are just some of the little niceties that you can do along your way in your code. It's also very important to do. Users expect it. So we can say modify that and see our cursor sitting there blinking away. Now, another thing is a standard is when you double click, that should automatically do the modify. And that's over here on our main screen. Now, did I even create a function for this? I don't think I did. Okay, so let's come up. Yeah, we can come up here and say, okay, let's come in and say case. All right, and then we need to throw in our event loop generic, and we want to say double, or is it left double? Wait a minute. I think it's going to be left double click. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so at this point, what you want to do is bring that lovely post event, and let's see, what is our form called here is main, and we want him to call our modify button, and we are using the left click, and let's go see what he has is change. So now when we come into our code, so these little niceties play in a whole bunch, and it's nice to have that kind of stuff because people expect it. So now I can come in and double click Pete if I can get my double clicker to work. There it goes. I got it. Took me 3 tries, but I got it to work. So then it pops up here, and then you can actually hit cancel or save or whatever you want. And I want to point out that we did a modify, and that works. And then we should be able to come in here and say, confirm Pete's delete. Yes. Bam, and he's gone. Okay, so now one final thing to look at. Let's come over here to our database. And let's do a SQL query that says select star from table person and whoops. And let's see, how do we run that? Create table, edit table. Where's a run query? Create index. No, 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 no. Come on. Add new query, save query to database, execute query. Look at that. We have ID2 and we have Victor in the database. So now we have permanence. We can turn it on, turn it off. You have just created everything that's necessary to actually update a database for our table. And you have permanence. And yes, it's a lot of code. So thanks for watching all the pieces of this monstrosity, and watch it several times and let it soak in. Go download the database, the code from my website, and you can pour through all the code and see where everything's calling. Remember that I have 3 different source codes here that you can execute. We have the debug. We have the, I believe, didn't I do the, what was it, strings or whatever in here? And then also we have database. So that completes this entire series. You got questions, you got problems. I can set up to where you can send me them. You can put comments out on the web page. Or out there on the YouTube videos, and I'll be more than happy to answer them in great detail. Feel free to reach out, email me or whatever. It's pete@palabs.com. And yeah, I want to thank you for watching all of these. It's been a long day.